Hi all, Happy New Year. I'm Sham and I have Kishan with me.
Hi, Sham.
So thank you for joining us on FreeFloat. This week, we are very excited to announce the launch of our automated portfolios. The whole idea behind FreeFloat managed portfolios, as we call them, is removing the tyranny of choice when it comes to factor investing in India. So the biggest problem is that there are over 300 discovered factors, and based on the universe of stocks you apply them to, whether
Yeah,
it is large cap, mid cap, small cap, you end up with you know a huge number of
number.
choices.
Yeah,
So there are like a million ways to construct these portfolios, and not only that. So these portfolios typically have 20 to 25 stocks. Anything beyond that, you're diluting the effect of those factors. And any concentrated portfolio is going to be a lot more volatile than a broader index. So you put 200, 500 stocks in a portfolio, it's going to be a lot more stable than a 20 stock portfolio.
right.
So what happens for most investors when they come, into the factor investing universe is that unless they themselves have done the research and gone through the theoretical foundations of factors and how they work, when they don't work, when academics say factor investing, what exactly do they mean, and so on and so forth, their conviction is tenuous at best. So they may want the benefits of factor investing, but the problem is when faced with volatility and when their conviction gets tested, they run for the hills. So they exit at the very wrong time, the
Yeah,
worst time. Just when the factor is going through its worst drawdown, they will exit, and they will not get the benefits of factor investing. So to solve this problem, we have come out with managed portfolios. So, Kishan, do you want to add
yeah,
something there?
yeah. Sham. So I mean, we, we have been in this business for a long time, right? And I think the most common thing that we try to do. I mean, when we meet a client or like a prospect is we tell them about our strategies and why it's different and all. And most clients don't care. You know, I mean, if you, I mean, they want a strategy that works. They care about what kind of whether you have a process or whether you have or you're just picking stocks based on like random thing, and it comes down to trust. I mean, mostly it's a personal connect that you have. Uh, and most clients, I'm sure would have told you, they will say, I don't care what you do, just make sure that my money's safe and I get a decent return. Most would also say that I don't want to get 30, 30-40% a year. I mean, I just want to get a reasonable 12-15% return a year without taking outsized risk, right? Unfortunately, I think most people get either caught up with what the strategy does, like it's a momentum strategy or value strategy. Most clients don't care. Second thing is that most clients also want somebody who understands uh, you know their perspective and their risk. uh, uh, what risk tolerance they have. And if you just put people into one bucket, like you're going to have a strategy which is like 100% devoted to mid caps, but somebody might not want you know uh, 100% exposure to mid caps because it's not suitable for them. So that fund manager has no choice. Either take on a client and you give them 100% exposure to mid caps, or you drop the client and all. I think we are trying to solve this major hurdle where most people really don't care, what strategy that they invest in, as long as they know it's been managed, properly with care, and with the process, and uh, which is and it's process driven. Second thing is that it is suited for based on someone's risk tolerance. So if someone just has to earn a return just to keep up with inflation, we can do that. I mean, we can allocate a large percentage of the portfolio into non-risk assets, and small percentage to equities, just to make sure that we get a little bit of capital appreciation, so that the portfolio keeps up with inflation. And I think that's the goal here. I mean, the goal is to make it as easy as possible without having headaches. With the control remains uh, with the client, and it is easy to operate. It is easy to follow, and the client has to just sit back and enjoy his life, and not think too much about his investment, which is what we are trying to do.
Right. So we've linked this up with Zerodha's APIs. So all you need is a bank account and a Zerodha trading account, and you can onboard it yourself. So that was one of our biggest goals with this offering, which is to provide a sort of completely automated, hands-free experience to the user, so that he or she can onboard themselves onto the platform without having to go through any person in particular. And the whole thing is automated, from invoicing to trading to how the models are set up and so on and so forth. So it gives you a sort of um, uh, algo driven experience, as opposed to discretionary trading that you typically get in mutual funds and so on. And at the same time, the call as to what sort of strategies and factors are to be used, rests with us. So we decide based on the market environment that we are in currently, what is the appropriate bond allocation to different risk tolerance levels, and we figure out based on where the market outlook is, and how the market is behaving, we figure out what is the best factor, or best collection of factors that the equity bit should be exposed to. So this relieves the client of constantly being on the lookout for the best strategy, the best way to implement it, and the best sort of market segment to be exposed to. So that is what we are trying to do with our managed portfolios. So please visit freefloat.in. Our write-up is there. Our strategies are posted there along with the back tests and so on. So please do give it a whirl. And if you have any questions, we're available on WhatsApp. So do message us, and let us know if you have any questions, and sign up today.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a good message to end with.
Great. So we'll catch you again next week. Once again, the website is www.freefloat.in. Visit it and let us know what you think. Cheers.